Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Papaw's place. Guys, this morning I'm harvesting some squash. And this here's a new variety I was trying. It's called the criminal squash. And I got the seeds from Burpee Seeds. And the reason I wanted to try this, it's just a yellow squash, just like a straight yellow summer squash or a crookneck yellow squash. But the thing about these, they don't vine out and run all over the garden. They supposed to grow straight up. And I'm going to get y'all up here close and y'all can see that it's actually doing exactly what they said. It's growing straight up. Now I am tying it to this string here for support because I don't want wind to break it over. But I got two squash right there and I'm finna get this one right here. This will be our first squash harvest of the year. And actually, I'm going to let them two go till tomorrow, and they'll probably be about that size tomorrow. But I'm liking what I'm seeing here. And I got some more planted in the bed over there, so let's go take a look at them. There's y'all a better look at how it just grows straight up. And making plenty of squash. Well, in this double stacked tire bed, I got 4 more of them planted. And we still been getting so much rain. Y'all can see there's a little one there that's rotting. But I got several that here in about 3 days is going to be ready to pick on this bed. And these right here is just now starting to make a little bit. I'll get y'all closer up. Y'all can see that right there. Just got 2 little bitty baby squash on it. But the little one over here on this side, it's got 3, about 3 inches long. Some more blooms. That there's got one about 4 inches long, one about 2 inches long. Making all 2 of them. But I like how they growing straight up, just like they said they would. Now my plans for this bed is now that they growing, I'm gonna just get me some short string and tie her up here. That way I can tie them and, like I said, protect them from high winds and stuff. And then if they keep going, they'll just grow up through this here, and that'll give them support. But I don't know if they're supposed to get that tall or not. Like I said, this here is criminal squash, and I may not be pronouncing that just right, but I'll put it in the screen for y'all. But if you've ever grown this variety before, leave down in the comments and let me know how y'all like them and what y'all think about them, because this is my first year. I wanted to be able to utilize my beds. I got some more of these we'll look at in another bed over here that's really growing. I wanted to be able to utilize my raised beds, but I didn't want the squash just falling over and growing out the edges onto the ground. And when I seen this variety, I said I'm gonna try it. So y'all know that's one thing about me. I'm always trying something new every year that I've never grown. Different varieties of stuff. So let's go take a look at the third bed of these. Now this little bed you can see is really growing out pretty. Now I'm gonna go on and pick this one right here. I don't know what's caused this, but this squash ain't the prettiest. And it's got like little dimples all over it. I've seen squash like that before. But so far the other beds ain't got one, and it looks like this is the only one in this bed. So I don't know if that's from maybe getting too much water. That's something else. If y'all know the answer to that, put it down there in the comments. I mean, I've had squash do that before, even with other varieties, but yet I don't know why some have it and some don't. They're still eatable. Now these are getting a lot of little bitty ones. But I have another one here I'm going to pick today. So we got 5 squash this morning. And like I said, this is our first squash harvest. But y'all can see the way this is growing. I figure that bed's got a little bit too much nitrogen in it. And again, if this is one of the first videos you see and you continue to watch my videos this year, you're going to see a lot of corn and just peas planted in some of these beds, because I think I've overdone it with the nitrogen, and I'm planning to plant a bunch of the corn and stuff to kind of use up the excess fertilization, so to say. Now this bed right here is my green egg squash. And this one right here will be my first green egg squash of the year. Now what I love about green egg squash, if you've never eaten any, again, I got these from Burpee Seeds, but you can get them from other seed companies. They taste like a yellow summer squash, but the texture's a little more firmer. And the reason me and Sharon likes them, we can slice them about a ½ inch thick, and you can cook these on the grill like hamburger patties. Put a little olive oil on them and whatever your favorite seasoning. Sometimes we use just salt and pepper, but the texture's a little firmer, so you can cook them on the grill and actually flip them over. And I think we're going to be doing a little grill cooking this evening, so this video at the end might show y'all of me cooking this. But everything has really come to life since we've been getting some sun, and they look so pretty. A lot of people think that's powdery mildew. That actually ain't powdery mildew. On this particular variety squash, that's what the leaves look like. They've done that every year. At first, when I tried these, I was, man, these things get powdery mildew bad and early, but that ain't it, guys. That's kind of the way these leaves look. Now, they do get powdery mildew, don't get me wrong, but that's not what that is. And then my last bed down here's got our zucchinis in it. I had 6 in this bed, and they were looking so terrible. I went on and pulled these 3 on that side up and planted 3 more seeds, and you can see they coming along good, which works out good, because by the time these make, then these will start making. But they got several zucchinis on them right now, about 3½ inches long. There's one right there, done rotted from too much water. That was the smallest one on here. We got one over here about 6 inches long. So it won't be long, we'll be getting us some zucchini squash also. But I need to prune a lot of these bad leaves, guys. This is what they look like. That's how terrible they look, and that's why I pulled these 3 up and planted seeds and started over. But after we finally slowed down on the rain, or at least not getting floods, we still get rain 3 days a week, and they started putting on new leaves, they all starting to come to life, but they ain't as pretty as the green eggs or the bed down there with the criminal squash in it. While we looking at squash, we might as well take a look at Colton's pumpkins here. We planted him a few seeds of pumpkins here. I think if I can find the clip, I'm going to show y'all the little clip of him planting his pumpkin seeds that day. But I don't know what his mama done in the recording, but the voice in it is terrible, so y'all just have to overlook that if I can still find that clipping. Alright.
Okay, Mom.
So, what are we planting?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkins?
Yeah.
Is that the pumpkin seeds we had from the pumpkin patch? Don't throw the dirt out, just dig you a hole.
If I go with my foot now.
Huh? There you go. Well, that ain't a shovel. Need help?
I'll get a shovel.
You don't need a shovel. We don't need a hole that big. There you go. Take your hand, clean it out a little bit. Alright, Papaw's gonna get you one out and you can plant your pumpkin.
What does this say?
It says pumpkin. Here you go.
Pumpkin.
Set it down in there.
Boy.
And then you take your dirt and you start raking it back around. You got it packed down on it.
I can do it.
Alright, get off the tire and come around this side now. We're gonna plant one on this side. Wait, you gotta dig your hole.
Oh.
Dig it right here where your foot's at.
Got your finger for
How big you think a pumpkin you gonna grow? Tell the guys you gonna grow how big?
100.
How big is it gonna be?
100.
100 pounds? Boy, that's gonna be a big pumpkin.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be 20.
Oh, it's kidding. It's gonna be 20 pounds. He said.
April Fools!
April Fools! Today's April 1st, and we planting pumpkins.
On April Fool's Day, boy.
All right, take your hand. Dig down there like that.
Papaw!
All right, here you go. We're gonna stick our tag here so we won't forget what's in this tire.
Hey, Pumpkin, come out, boy.
There you go.
Don't, Pumpkin. I can do it, I can do
Okay,
it.
don't break it though. Don't hit the. All right.
What's always going?
Now you gotta get your water.
1 minute.
Yeah, but now you gotta get your water jug and water.
Water jug! Water jug!
You plant something, you gotta water it in. But he planted him some little squash here, and they're doing beautiful. They ain't made no baby squash yet, but you can see they got some big blooms coming on. But guys, that's gonna be it for this short little video. So y'all leave in a comment if you ever grown these criminal squash and what you think about them, and also if you know what causes dimples on squash, let me know. I'm thinking it's too much water. And then also, let me know if y'all ever tried the green egg squash. And if you haven't, and you like cooking on the grill and you like yellow squash, you need to try these next year. Or if it ain't too late, it really ain't too late right now for you to plant these. So these do good the hotter it gets. But if we grill after a while, I'm going to show y'all a little bit of my grilling and how we cook this up on the grill. But I'm going to end this video right here. We're just doing little shorter videos as my garden updates nowadays. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did and you ain't never subscribed, please reach down there and hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you a thing. Ring that notification bell and give me a thumbs up. Leave some type of comment and share my videos on your social media with any of your friends that you think might enjoy Papaw's Place videos. But as always, hope y'all have a great day and a blessed week. God bless. See y'all next time. This was the morning's harvest, guys, off the cucumbers and a few squash and my Freedom Art blackberries. Now, yesterday I had a big harvest on the blackberries, and then this morning was this. And tomorrow morning it's probably going to be about that many more. That was yesterday's harvest on the Freedom Art blackberries. Okay guys, it's actually the next day. Our plans got changed yesterday, but today we grilling burgers. Got a pool full over there. And we're going to take this green egg squash and I'm going to show y'all how we do it. I done washed the squash. I'm going to tilt y'all down here where you can see me a little bit. Now you don't peel these squash or anything. You just cut them off there about a ½ inch thick. And y'all can see what I'm saying. That thing looks more like an eggplant, but it tastes like a yellow squash, a yellow summer squash. We're just going to lay them on the plate. And I have grilled these and put them right on top of my burger meat and eat them on my burger. Some I do a little thinner. I don't try to do nothing precise. And you can see you can get several out of one green egg squash. Now I'm going to stop right there and set that to the side. Next up, all I do is take some olive oil or avocado oil. I've used coconut oil before. Today we got olive oil sitting right here. Just sprinkle that around. Take your brush. I hope that ain't the one I used to paint the pool with yesterday. Oh well. It'll be alright. The paint they got nowadays, you can just about drink it. They done got everything so safe, they say. No, guys, this ain't the paintbrush I used to paint with. But it kind of soaks that oil up. So I just coat it real good with that oil. Kind of flip it over. Coat the other side with that oil. And the next part, the seasonings, is something that you could play with and see what you like. Sometimes we just use salt and pepper. Sometimes we try different seasonings. I've used Miss Lippy's seasonings. But instead of going back in the house, right now we had the old standby Tony's Creole already out, so we're just gonna sprinkle with that. So you can try any seasonings you like and actually mix and match. Y'all hearing a bunch of kids hollering and playing over in the background, and grown-ups too in the pool. And guys, that's all we do to them. Now I'm finna throw them on the grill. It's time to flip these burger patties anyway. And these squash right here, I'm gonna throw up on the top rack. It don't take them as long to cook as your hamburger meat. And we'll check on them in a moment. And there's the pool party, guys. Everybody wave! Colton! Guys, another thing I like doing when I'm grilling is taking an onion, slice it just like we did that green egg squash, and throw them onions on the grill and grill them, and throw that on top of a burger when you make your burger. These here were some of the deep tea sweets that I raised in the garden, and they are some really good eating onions. I'm gonna throw these on the grill and we'll look at them when they come off. Guys, it's time for the burgers to come off. We're gonna flip them green eggs, leave them on there just a little bit longer. You ain't never cooked on one of these pellet grills. I'm gonna tell you, if you ever do get to cooking on one, you ain't gonna want to cook on nothing else. You can load that thing down with hamburger patties and it'll never flame up. Now I'm gonna use my fork here to test these. They getting pretty close. Actually, that thicker one I'm gonna put down on the bottom. I got one there a little thicker than the rest of them. We're gonna let them stay there just a few more minutes with the onions. But y'all can see if you was trying to do that with yellow squash, they would fall apart. But grilling eggplants and these green eggs, the textures will stay together, but yet the green egg tastes like a yellow squash. Alright guys, we're gonna come off with these. Let them cool just a little bit, and I'm gonna see if I can get one of them over here to do a taste test. I'm gonna leave them onions there. I don't know, them's pretty soft. See if I can get them up without losing them all. I do wash my hands when I cook because it's easier for me to get stuff like this off the grill by grabbing it. That works better right there, don't it? Now we finna got more people showing up, so we finna add more hamburger patties to the grill. Alright guys, I think they cooled enough. I got Sharon out of the pool.
Unfortunately.
And these here, I just put the Tony's Creole. But what I was trying to think about while ago when I said Miss Lippy's seasoning, her voodoo seasoning is one of my favorites to put on this. And the other half, when I slice it up and put on there in a little bit, that's what I'm going to be eating. If you ain't never tried Miss Lippy's voodoo dust, I'll put a link in the description below where you can go look at it or go to Miss Lippy's channel. What do you think?
Very good.
They turn out good?
Turned out great.
But guys, like I said, I like taking these when I make my hamburger and just laying one on there like another patty. But a yellow squash would fall apart.
Oh, good. Now I'm going back to getting a bowl.
Well, you're going to take some over there while they warm because you know they ain't no good when they get cold. That's another thing, guys. They ain't good when they... You need to eat these while they warm. Don't let them get cold.
Let me cut them like this.
Or we don't like them when they're cold. Need a paper plate?
No, you can take it on this.
You running off with money.
Oh, you might want to eat them.
Well, take them over.
I'll
do some more. I'll just put some more burgers on them. So what do you guys think about the green egg squash? I know y'all ain't never eaten one.
Good. They're delicious.
Well, guys, they're a winner. They all say they good. We got one fella here that does not eat squash. He wouldn't take a bite of it, though. Yep, that's your husband.
But they're only good when they're hot. It's like, they're not, once they cool off, they're not nearly as good. They're hot.